England are doing their utmost to make friends and win the hearts of the Sardinian natives. Designer lollies are part of a carefully constructed public relations exercise. Before England scored 10 against a Sardinian select side, Steve McMahon's set-up own goal illustrated the Football Association's message to the fans. Please, don't shoot us in the foot. If the England fans do try it on, they'll find the local police ready and waiting. The security was overwhelming for England's last friendly in the northwest of the island. We wonder what's in store for Cagliari on Monday night. There's a running battle going on already. It's between the squad and the tabloid press in particular. These headlines hurt here. The relationship is as frosty as I've ever known it. I would expect Peter Beardsley to start the Republic of Ireland match alongside Gary Lineker. Beardsley's been out of action for 7.5 weeks before arriving here. Bobby Robson has always admired the Liverpool striker. His hat-trick yesterday confirms he's fit and firing again. I also believe Terry Butcher will be England's main defensive pillar, despite ludicrous calls for him to be sent home after his performance in Tunisia. Poor Steve Hodge is going through one of those spells when nothing seems to go right for him. He could well miss out on the starting lineup, and I would think Steve Bull will as well. They call him Superman here. Clark Kent outside the area, awesome in front of goal.
Yes, well, England, I suppose, will be expected to at least reach the last 8, Nick. I think that's about where as good as they are, really, and after that, who knows? And here's the man we're all looking for, really, to get us there. Bit unfairly, really, because I'd have felt that maybe we'd have come up with a couple of strikers. Maybe we have in Steve Bull to help take the pressure off of Gary Lineker, because he's been scoring goals and taking punishment like Big Fashi's handed out to him there for a long time now, and I'd like to see the pressure taken off of him a bit, but he's got to get into those positions there in the box if we are to make headway and him to score goals. And you can see a great header past yet another Scottish goalkeeper who was saying offside there.
So, and you're saying Bull should be in there?
Oh, I'd like to see Steve Bull alongside Gary Lineker, but I'd like to see Gary Lineker, obviously, in goal-scoring form that he was 4 years ago.
And a word about Paul Gascoigne? Would you have him in?
I'd have Gazza in, yeah. I would, personally, but then I'm not the manager.
True. Funnily enough, Graham Taylor might be one day, but he's not at the moment.
Yes!
John Barnes, I'm sure you'll be paying particular attention to for obvious reasons because of your Watford background.
Well, very much so. I think that this is the World Cup now, the world stage that John should just be about ready for. I mean, if we look at the pictures, we'll see not only his skill, but the strength of the man as well. Here we know all about the free kicks, his ability to get it up early and drop it in. Very good free kick, but the strength here, I think he'll knock off the full-back. There's a lot stronger boy than people realise. He is a big lad, but lovely footwork. Here's past Jim Leighton again, unfortunately. He's having a bit of a poor programme.
Yeah, you needn't have said that,
moment, yes. And here, which I have to say was a Watford player and hasn't produced these kind of skills for Liverpool, but if you watch it, it's the last thing that's good. Sole of the foot. There it is. Great goal. And let's hope, really, now that John really uses this World Cup to show everyone what a great player he is on the league basis.
Where would you play, Graham? Where would you play?
I think possibly in the Liverpool position that he plays for his club, because there it's a bit of everything that he's got. I think that possibly is his best position.
John has proved, hasn't he? In the league, he's proved what a superb player he is, and yet he's still really got to produce it at the highest level, at international level. He's not really done it consistently at the highest level.
Well, I'll tell you what,
this is his opportunity now, though,
yeah, let's speak to the man who's got to make the decision where to play him. Bobby Robson. Good evening to you, Bob.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm sure you've been listening with interest to what the gentlemen have had to say over here. What about John Barnes, first of all? Have you decided where you're going to play him? Are you going to tell us?
I've decided, but I'm not going to tell you. You'll know when Jackie Charlton knows about an hour before the kick-off.
So you have actually picked your team completely, have you, for the first game?
Yes. Teams in my head, teams picked.
Yeah, because you realise, I mean, the one thing football fans are talking about is who are you going to pick, because there's so much controversy about the merits of Gascoigne for a start. Steve Bull, does the team know for a start?
No, the team doesn't know. We've been doing some general training here, and we've been doing some practice matches, a couple locally here, one in the north of the island, one in the south. Went to Tunisia to try out one or two things. One or two incidents in that situation have been formulating in my mind. But my mind is made up. I've picked a team.
Oh, good. Well, tell us in confidence, Bob. We won't tell anybody, honest.
Bobby, Emlyn, you say that you've picked the team. Has the team been picked in your mind for an awful long time?
Basically, I would have to say yes. I mean, we've played a series of matches since we've qualified. I've looked at one or two different players. I experimented in one or two matches. I had to look at the Barnes situation with Lineker through the middle to see if we could get a bit more out of him. Because I heard your remark about saying, well, he hasn't really done it at international level all of the time. And, you know, I'll go some way with that view. But at the same time, I'm full of admiration for him. And in Barnes, we do have a world-class player. And I heard Graham Taylor saying this could be his World Cup. And now I would agree with that. This is his time. This is the World Cup that John Barnes has really got to do it for us. He's at the right age now. He's about 26 years of age. He's had some marvellous experience with Liverpool over the last 3 years. He's at his very, very best. He's a very strong boy. He's got lovely feet, can take a chance, can make a chance. He should do it. He's got, and if he does it, it would give so much hope and give us far greater chance of winning it if Barnes can hit the form that we know he should.